Now, I feel a bit strange saying this, but apparently I have Riz. Now, a month ago, I didn't even know what this word meant. Here it is for you. Riz is an internet slang word defined as style, charm, or attractiveness, the ability to attract a romantic or sexual partner. It apparently originated as an abbreviation of the word charisma. The word was made popular by a guy named Centeno in 2021.
Riz started with me and a few of my friends from back home.
It apparently caught fire and became a trend over on TikTok. And in 2023, the Oxford University Press named it their word of the year. So then, how do I know that I have it? Well, the story apparently is that my wife was talking with a number of her friends and a few of their teenage daughters, and the question came up, which dad has the most Riz? Apparently in a tight vote, 3-2, I was voted the dad with the most Riz. My friend Matt, sorry man, he came in number 2. But seriously, gents, as a guy in your late 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, how do you dress casual and still look good? What are the modern rules to looking good when you dress down? Gentlemen, that's the subject of today's video. Now, this first rule is a simple one that I don't think I've talked about before. In fact, I don't think I've talked about it because I thought it was so obvious, yet I look around and so many men are not using this rule to their advantage. And the best part about this rule, it works for the hard to fit body types. We're talking the guys that are oval shaped, pear shaped, or for you really skinny gents. All right, enough suspense. What's the rule? Always add a third piece. All right, so what do I mean by this? So obviously when you're getting dressed, you got your two main pieces. You have your shirt and you have your pants. And by the way, if you didn't know that, if you're going outside without pants, stop it, you're gonna get arrested. That third piece is adding a second upper body layer. For some of you guys, it could be a vest, maybe it's gonna be a sweater like a cardigan. But for a lot of you guys, even in warmer weather, a lightweight jacket or overshirt is gonna be the perfect piece to be able to level up your style. A well-fitted, lightweight jacket on a skinny guy gives him a bit more substance. On a heavy-set man, it builds up the shoulders, makes you look taller, allows the eyes to go up and down, and it slims up the silhouette. On top of that, lightweight jackets give you options. You can always take it off, or if it gets cold or if your lady's cold, you can actually loan her the jacket. Now, this takes me to the next rule of great casual dressing, and that is master your layering. And yes, layering is not just for the fall and winter. You can layer during the spring. You can even layer during the summer, especially if you're going to be out on the water. What you're looking to do here is to change your habits, give yourself options. Layering correctly adds a sophisticated complexity to your overall appearance. The next rule to looking great in casual clothing, understand that neutral colors are your friends. When I'm talking neutral colors, I'm talking navy, all different shades of gray, black, olive, and variations of blues. Why neutral colors work? First up, they are easy to mix and match. Second, they've been around for a long time. They've got a timeless, sophisticated overall feel to them because they've got history. The next rule, gents, upgrade your staples. Your foundational items, you want to see if you can switch them out for something that's a little bit classier. Example, let's drop denim. Yes, I know jeans are great, especially go with a darker color, but for this video, I'm gonna say, are there other options you could explore? Check out this pair of pants right here. You're gonna notice immediately they're made with an Enduratech fabric. Basically, this is a cutting edge material that's gonna be soft, durable, and it's gonna have a bit of stretch, so it's gonna fit you no matter how you move. Now, gents, if you're curious where to get those pants, you need to check out today's sponsor, Cuts. Not only do they have amazing t-shirts, which I've talked about for years, but Cuts has a wide range of clothing that can level up your casual wardrobe. So gents, when you go over to the website, of course, they've got the classic t-shirts, a variety of different cuts, different looks, and I love how all of the colors right here. These are classic t-shirts that are gonna work in any man's casual wardrobe. But let's say you wanna step up the casual t-shirt. Look to a Henley. This is a classic menswear piece that has been around for almost 200 years. Now, if those icon pants I talked about earlier aren't your thing, check out Cuts AO joggers. These joggers are made from a comfortable, lightweight material, and I love the tapered cut if you're looking for something that's a bit more athletic. It's gonna be dressier than a pair of sweats, but still is gonna work with a t-shirt and bomber jacket. And speaking of outerwear, what am I wearing right here? Gents, I'm wearing their new Buckingham bomber. The fabric right here has a herringbone twill, so it's gonna resist the wind, and what I really like about this is it's just a really soft, comfortable, lightweight jacket that's still gonna keep you warm on cool nights. That being said, if you want something a little bit dressier, something a little bit sleeker, check out their Legacy Bomber. The Legacy Bomber on the outside is going to have a tight-knit, water-resistant weave, and it's incredibly lightweight. This is a jacket you can throw in your bag. When it gets cool, just pull it out, throw it on, look good, and feel good. And of course, gents, I've got the best deal for you over at Cuts. Just use the link in the description of today's video. Go over to Cuts. Take advantage of this deal. It's not going to be around forever. Go check them out. Awesome company. So the next rule to looking good in casual clothing is to stay updated not trendy. So trends and fashion, I understand why people want to follow this. This is actually built into us as human beings. There was this great study about some chimps that one of them started wearing a feather. Guess what? All the other chimps started wearing this feather for no reason. It's just, it became the fashion. This is something that's hardwired. We want to be like the crowd. That being said, if you've watched more than a few videos on this channel, you guys know we're about a man finding his own style. So when you understand what message you want to send to the world, and let's face it, for a lot of guys, they're going to be dressing casual day in, day out, yet you own a business. You're looking out there to grow your nonprofit, whatever it may be, you're looking for a job. You want to still make sure that you are dressed well, even in your casual clothing. So by keeping things updated, you're not wearing clothing that's worn out, that's falling apart, that has holes in it, has stains on it. You look at your staples, you look at the pieces that you wear again and again. Has it been, a few years since you've upgraded those t-shirts, that jacket, those trousers, those shoes? There's nothing wrong with keeping shoes for a decade if you take good care of them and if they still look good. But you gotta give things an honest assessment and say, you know what? I probably need to upgrade this. It's been a while. Next up, let's talk about the rule of shoes. Your shoes are your foundation of your outfit. Make sure that they are clean. Make sure that they look good. They work with what you're wearing. If that clothing sends the message you want to send the world, then you want to make sure you've got a pair of shoes that work with the formality of that outfit. That being said, instead of going with canvas sneakers, go with a leather. Not only is it going to be more resistant to actually getting dirty, it just has more of a premium feel. That being said, if you're a little bit more dressed up, if you're sticking with jeans, occasionally throwing in a sports jacket, or just wearing clothing, that leather jacket, don't be afraid to bring in a pair of Chelsea's or suede, something like this. It's going to have a little bit more style. It's going to be a little bit more of a statement, but I love a pair of shoes like this. Again, your shoes are the foundation upon which everything else is built, so you want to make sure you've got a pair that send the message you want to send the world without you even opening your mouth. The next rule to looking stylish in casual clothing, and I've alluded to it a couple times already, is to understand and leverage the power of texture. Now, texture can mean a variety of things. It can be smoothness, it can be roughness. An item can have a bumpy texture. All of this, though, refers to the top surface, what we see and how we react to it. In fact, living organisms and their reaction to texture, this is well documented. They had these monkeys and they gave them two options. Baby monkeys, it was, hey, you can feed from this fake monkey here that has no texture, but it did have milk. The other one just simply was soft. They had put some cloth on it. Guess where all the baby monkeys went? They jumped on the one with cloth because it felt like a mother. It was comforting. It was warm, even though it didn't have food. So how does this apply to us? Because human beings, we are going to be drawn to nice textures, whether it's suede, whether it's a cashmere sweater. So if you want to be approachable, if you want to literally wear something that is softer, or perhaps you want the opposite, you want to be a little bit more untouchable, you want to actually come off as an authority. In that case, that's why silk ties, that's why worsted wool suits, they don't have much of a texture, actually have a little bit of sheen to them. That type of look, that type of presentation actually is a little bit more standoffish and of a leader. And gents, let me be clear, there isn't a right or wrong with me laying out these rules. I just want to give you options. I want to help you understand, decode these nonverbal communication cues that human beings use so that you can use it to your advantage. As you guys know, here at Real Men Real Style, I really don't care about clothing. What I care about is you, this great person that wants to achieve amazing things in their life. And I don't want you to shoot yourself in the foot. I want you to be able to leverage style as a tool to get what you want out of life. The next rule is to invest in quality over quantity. Now, this is pretty tough when you're just getting started because it's like, well, how do you define quality, Antonio? One of the best tips I can give you is go into the best menswear store in your area and actually touch nice fabrics. When you buy clothing, that you may wonder, okay, I can buy a t-shirt for $10, I can buy one for $100. What is going to be the difference? Oftentimes, it's going to be the length of the cotton strands. It's going to be the design, the cut. You're going to find a lot of those higher end shirts are actually made to fit less body types versus those cheap t-shirts that, yes, cost $5 are made from a really cheap cotton that is going to be rough, is going to change its shape, and is made to fit 100 different men, so therefore it doesn't fit anyone properly. Now, that being said, I do need to point out you can spend a lot of money on crap clothing, but rarely, gents, will you find high quality clothing at a super low price unless it's on sale. What I want you to understand, though, is to be able to spot the right clothing for you, for your needs, especially if day in, day out, you are going out there, you're talking to people, you're engaging with people, or did you even know, and this is a whole science of enclothed cognition, where the clothing you wear can actually have an effect on how you see yourself. So don't be afraid, guys, to actually get what you want just wear the heck out of it, because when you get what you want, you're going to wear it more times. You're going to feel better every time you wear it. And that's what I love to see, that you are buying quality for you. You're buying the right items that you will wear, because the most expensive item you'll ever buy is the one that you actually never wear. Now, with casual clothing, I do want to talk about logos, and I get it why people go towards brands. Brands equal trust for a lot of people. You've gone into this brand and consistently they've got your size. Their clothing seems to stand up to wash. It always looks good. You get compliments. You like their color palettes. Now, these change sadly over time, and a lot of guys, get disillusioned with a brand after a while when they change things up too much. But avoid big logos is kind of what I'm getting towards. And the reason being is big logos, unless that company is paying you, why are you out there showing off the logo? I get it. Maybe it's a status thing for some people, but for those in the know, the best status is actually wearing clothing, again, that fits your body type, that looks good on you, finding those colors. And that right there is going to be timeless. If you look at classic pictures of men out there that had style 100 years ago, do we see big logos? No. What do we see? A man that is wearing clothing that fits his body and looks good. Yes, even casual clothing like that fit his body. And so don't be afraid. And I've talked this in a number of videos. I'm not going to, but know the name of your tailor. Yes, even your casual clothing. So many guys don't know this. Your jeans, your trousers that are not dress pants, even t-shirts. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd rather you buy a t-shirt that fits you properly. But yes, you can take a t-shirt to a tailor and get it adjusted, or you can learn to make the adjustment yourself, and you can slim up sleeves and just make things look better, especially if you've got a hard to fit body type. Now, this next rule is a bit advanced, but I want you to be thinking about it, and that is to balance proportions. So I was talking about joggers. I like joggers. They've really grown on me. Initially when they came out, it just wasn't my style, but as I've move towards more casual clothing myself, I have found that joggers actually work really well. But the key with joggers is going to be the proportions, because they're usually tapered more around the leg. You want to make sure that if you're going to pair them with a jacket, it's a jacket that is a bit more tapered. If you wear it with a jacket that's way too baggy, all of a sudden you're going to just have a look that is disproportioned. Another area to think about proportions are the proportions of your own body. Maybe you've got really long legs. Maybe you have an especially long torso. Obviously different types of people, but understand the clothing you wear can actually exaggerate that look and make you look just odd. So if you've got longer legs, maybe look to wear a belt that's going to more closely match the shirt, then match your trousers. Because if you have a belt that matches the trousers, it's going to lengthen the leg line. Obviously, the opposite advice if you've got a long torso. In that case, you're going to want to lengthen your leg line, so make sure your belt is a similar color or similar shade to that of your trousers. All right, gents, so what about watches? What about casual accessories? Well, guys, I got you covered in this video right here, where I break out casual accessories to enhance a man's look. If you want to get it, it's a great video. Check it out. I'm really proud of this video. Made it a while back. It is a solid video. So yeah, if you want to up your casual style and you're concerned about accessories, check this video out. Boom, right here.